Ladies and gentlemen, today with Christian Semlitsch from Switzerland, where we're going to talk about how to speak with confidence and what we need to do that as his revelation in his program. Thank you, Christian, for today, such a late hour in Switzerland, to contact and to have time to connect. Thank you very much.
I thank you, Vladimir. That's fantastic that you are taking the time. I mean, it's a Sunday, and obviously we are both following our passion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we are constantly working on improving on it. So what can I do for you?
Yes, please, can you explain, elaborate exactly how your system is helping people? I mean, especially considering that you need some community people stay in your community, be their mentor and improve their lives. How you're doing this? I mean, what's your steps program? What exactly you are requesting from them, and what exactly you are teaching them in order they to stay around you?
Well, Vladimir, that's a whole bunch of questions.
Yes.
How much time do you have?
You're right. No, the first thing is the first three steps which you're teaching, and can you elaborate a little bit more? I mean, how you, what's your gift to the people exactly with these three steps, if you don't mind?
Yeah, the first three steps. Well, first of all, what I experience is people have a lot of fear. So I am going to teach them fast techniques to release or to control that fear. Mm-hmm. There are several techniques, of course, I learned, but of course, when you're standing in front of an audience, you have to have something that works and that works fast. Mm-hmm. And beside all the whole training, this is one of the, let's say, of the fast tracks to feel kind of comfortable in front of an audience. The second step, of course, is preparation. The most important thing is that you are going to speak about something you are confident about, you know already. If you're going to provide information that are not yours, usually that's not the same thing. Sometimes that happens in businesses, in corporates, so that's a completely different thing. But when you speak about your own process or your own thing, use examples out of your life. Well, the third step might be completely something completely different. It's the way how to build a speech, let's say, well, which has again some extra steps. To have a structure and to know what the goal is around your speech or around the people that are listening to you. Mm-hmm. I quite often experience that people bubble around and do not have a clear goal in their speeches. And to start with that, when working out with them, usually helps them to stay on track.
I see. Yeah, thank you, Christian. Really very powerful, because people are afraid to speak. Some of them are introverts, and some of them kind of, afraid to go in front of the public. But we don't understand that you're right. If you're confident about something to speak, then there shouldn't be any fear. There should be only kind of nice talk and talk from the heart. Do you plan to make a great community or only a very small one to start with your process?
Well, of course, we always start with a small one, but I have plans to work together with other people that are doing or following the same, let's say, the same vision. Mm-hmm. I want to build a kind of a speaker community or kind of a let's say, a group of like-minded people who really want to move forward, who are ready to exchange their opinions. Because there are so many things we can exchange. One person alone does not have the whole solution. It's just impossible. But to bring together all that experience, knowledge, and then share it and help each other, building, for example, a kind of an international business club or something, would be a fantastic idea where the speakers can go there and work with others. It's just an idea at the moment, but of course I want to have it international.
Excellent. Yeah, that's I think is the best way we attract people, because specifically, and even the culture of your country, Switzerland, is always to be with peace with everyone. I love that, and really speaking is one of the way of communication. So if you communicate properly as you're teaching, then everything should be fine, and everything should be kind of, very nice. I have a question. In your residential living community, do you make any contacts there, or most of your community people who are connected online are living outside this community? Just a question.
Actually, I'm building something that is really targeted to be international. Mm-hmm. So I'm building contacts, but I'm targeting companies that are already international companies and that are already having stuff, English-speaking stuff, or having people from all over the world, and their company language is English. As a second step, the more clear my process is, as a second step, I will build the same steps in German. But the German language needs a lot more, about 30% more words to say the same thing, not the same way. This is kind of difficult. I found out for myself, although I'm German speaking, that it's easier to start in English and then to retranslate it into German, because then it's easier, because the feelings are already and the pictures are already in the language, which for German-speaking people is much more difficult. So I will try this approach, because the other way it didn't work. I tried it once, I wrote a book in German, I wanted to translate it into English, and it was really hard work because it's so completely different.
Yeah, absolutely agree with you. The same is with our Slavic languages. Sometimes the words are not the same. I mean, usually English becomes international due to this simplicity, and also it's not simple language, but it's sometimes with one word you can say many stuff, many issues, and you can express easier. And also it's open to the much more audience. You're absolutely right. Plus, when I was in Germany, almost every German speaks English, so I don't think that also Sweden and Norway and Scandinavian countries, they also speak English as a second language. Yeah. It's in their school programs, because they realize that this is the way you can communicate better and easier. Thank you, Christian. Where we can find more about your program, if you don't mind to share.
I know it's a long name.
No problem.
It's the International Speaker Academy in one word .com.
internationalspeakeracademy.com. That's excellent, and probably there are some free trainings there, or?
I am building free trainings. They're actually, at the moment, they're still not available, but I'm building a new platform, which they will get some free trainings, and then have a chance to upgrade if they want, but they will get some really valuable content. And I'm also, recording most of my trainings, so I'm providing some excerpts out of it, so people can see not only how the training is being built, but also specific content that might be helpful for them.
And also, I remember you have books written. If you mention, please, about them, where we can find them also.
Great, you remember that, because I didn't even remember it. Well, the most specific one is The Instant Speaker. You can get it on Amazon. Get it as an ebook, because I realized that in foreign countries, the prices are quite high, because Amazon puts a lot of charges on it. Maybe also because of the logistics. So the ebook would be appropriate then. And I think what is very helpful is The Power of Self-Esteem. in which I'm giving very practical tips. It's not a theoretical book like most of them around. This is a practical book which comes out of my life.
Thank you very much, and I don't want to also hide this fact that you are a martial arts gentleman, and that from there I'm sure you found a lot of discipline and courage to create this, because without discipline it's you cannot do nothing. And this discipline is connected with disciple, which if you make relationships, so you have to be ready to listen and to learn from experience.
Right. I can tell you a secret here, or share a secret.
Yeah.
I'm not a disciplined person. At the moment, maybe, really. But the moment I have a goal in mind, or when I see this is what I want to achieve, then discipline is no question anymore. It's not a matter of discipline, because for discipline you need willpower, and willpower is going to exhaust you. I don't believe in willpower. Maybe for a short amount of time that works, but you need to have, that very specific goal at the end, And for me, it's like I have a picture for that. It's like when I take my goal or my most important intention for a moment, and I put it on at the top of an arrow. Mm-hmm. Then I take my bow and shoot this bow into the future, and there's a small, tiny little silk on it, Mm-hmm. And somewhere in the future, that arrow will hit the target, mm-hmm. and this tiny little silk is my decision helping, let's say, tool that brings me, not in the direct way, because that doesn't exist, but that helps me to find my way. That's just a picture I'm using, but interestingly, I made the experience that this kind of picture, for me, it works. Having a great intention, knowing what I want to achieve, feeling it from the heart, that works. So I do not need discipline. I'm not disciplined at all. But I have fun when I feel I have fun what I'm doing, when it's coming from the heart, then it isn't even work anymore. I can have two computers and do things on my own, and I realize, well, it's just fun. And then that's the moment when I understood Richard Branson, who said, well, whatever you do, have fun, And then that's the moment when you realize you are on track.
Yeah, you have to have complete full revelation, and many other mentors says that, including our mentor Joe, that you have to have love what you do and do what you love. Because if you are staying in job mode, which I still am, then there'll be a time when you're going to be discouraged and you're going to be told to do something which you don't want to do. And maybe it's contravened to your internal policy or internal feeling about human approach to your customer or to other people. So really, to break the chain, it's coming with the love from the heart and following it, nevertheless, how difficult it is, and you're proving it. Thank you, Christian. Anything in the last words to the audience, to the people who wants to reach out to you?
Yes, I would love to hear more from you. I would love to know about what your struggles are. Mm-hmm. When you are going to present. It's not only about speaking. When you're going to present, I mean, what I'm offering is also for people who are, let's say, working on their career ladder. Mm-hmm. In corporates, that's completely different. I have been in corporates. I've been a leader for 15 years. I know how that business works too. So it's possible to reach out for me and to get a free coaching, half an hour free coaching. You get more value, and you potentially get a little bit of the way how I think. I do not think in common terms, or I'm not typical trainer. Because I'm taking my knowledge and my experience from so many different sources. And I just an announcement, but I'm already at work. Is the upcoming Decision Mastery program, which is, let's say, a standalone service and program, but can completely be connected to every speaking business, because everything you do is based on the decisions you make in your life. Mm-hmm. On stage, off stage, in your business, whatever. I'm already writing a book for that with very practical exercises. This will be something, it just gives a lot of joy into my heart.
Thank you, Christian. Yes, I will maybe schedule after the event some kind of interview, how to improve our confidence in speaking, because really the struggles are a lot, but the most of it is, of course, questioning what I can do. Is the fear. You're right. When you go to a stage, nevertheless, how many times you're practicing it, you still have a lot of questions. Oh, can I do it? And so on and so on. And also, we know that memorizing it sometimes doesn't help. Repeating is good, but memorizing it is difficult. It's a technique also very essential that you have to make in compartments and attach to a feeling, and then it will be much easier to flow the energy outside your mouth.
That's the reason why I said you're absolutely right. I mean, I'm not really good in learning by heart, so I'm compartmentalizing. Oh, what a word! Yes. One thing, but when I build a speech, I just use a kind of a mind map structure, which I only have one word. Mm-hmm. When I start to know what I want to say around that word, I do not have to memorize it. I know next slide, or I know the next step will be, because I'm having my own system how to memorize it, these few words. Then it is absolutely clear what I want to talk about. So, but as I said, it's not the same thing as if you have to memorize something that you are presenting in a corporate area. That's different, because it's potentially what you're doing, but sometimes you have to present something which is not your stuff, and then you have to have other techniques.
Yeah, it's exactly. Sometimes you have to memorize technical stuff and how your program can help other people in their environment, and you need to know their business a little bit. But I think there is a connection there, because those who wants to sell and or to enroll people, let's say, because sell means service in Norwegian language. To sell, the word sell means, I've read it in one of the books. And those who wants to service, they need to know how to do it gently, without pushing, without any kind of expectations that everybody gonna enroll, and this fear should be away from you, because also you as a martial artist, you know that people are feeling when you are in fear or in confidence.
Absolutely.
And especially animals also, the most they didn't erase this feeling. They have it from the childbirth until they died, and they have this smell you when you are sweating, or when you are fearing or afraid of them. So yeah, that's a thing, a habit which can be learned. You're right, and I'm sure that your program is the best way. And again, at the end, maybe you can repeat one more time the website.
The website is theinternationalspeakeracademy.com.
Internationalspeakeracademy.com. I love it.
I will make a short one, but at the moment that's the website.
No problem. I mean, it's easy to remember, because it's international, and it's Speaker Academy, and I like the word academy because it's with the first letter of many alphabets, and means something which is going over the regular stuff, because academy is the final stage where you finish your education, or you're finishing your education. If you finish at all, I don't think you can finish education anyway.
Never in your life. But that's something I really love, because it's also a samurai principle. It's called Kaizen. Kaizen means constant improvement.
Exactly. It's never ending. It's never ending. That's the illusion that we can reach to one point and we'll be masters and that's it. No, it's always going over and over and over and over. And every masters, Aikido or other masters, they know that Judo, they know there's always another field above that they've reached. Thank you, Christian. Have a nice night, and I'm sure we're going to connect again with more details about the program.
Fantastic. Thank you, Vladimir.
Thank you very much. All the best in Swiss. Yeah, thank you. Dankeschön.